all, welcome back to Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad, and today we're going to be drawing a rather magical animal. And it's all thanks to you because so many of you requested this animal that I just couldn't ignore it and we had to do a video. So do you need a few hints before we get started? Awesome, okay. Hint number one, it has 4 legs. It usually lives deep in the forest, and it's said that they have magical healing powers. Did you guess it? You got it, we are drawing unicorns today. But before we get drawing, we need to make sure we have everything we need. Okay, so make sure you have a nice clean sheet of paper, and you'll notice that I have my sketch pad on its side, horizontal, because I'm gonna try to fit the entire unicorn's body right here with the little horn up here in the corner. And then of course, we're gonna need to always start with the sketch, so we'll need a nice sharpened pencil with an eraser so we can erase that sketch underneath our outline with a dark pen or a marker. And at the very end, of course, we're gonna go color in our magical unicorns with some fantastical color choices, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. All right, so to start sketching a unicorn, we basically just have to draw a horse, because a unicorn is a horse with one single horn coming out of the front of its head. So horses sometimes can be a little scary to draw because their legs are a little bit difficult and they have their faces are even kind of hard. So I'm gonna walk you through a very simple way to draw a horse body, and then we'll add the horn afterwards for our unicorn. So let's do a little circle, maybe right up here, like that. Let's do a little circle right up there in the corner. And then I'm gonna draw another circle, probably right down here below it, just a bit bigger. We're gonna start off with some circles and we're gonna start connecting them. Okay, and then we're gonna draw the third circle even a little bit bigger and just a little bit lower. We're gonna have it be a little bit lower down here. So a little bit bigger than that second one. You can see they gradually get bigger as we go. I'm gonna draw a little bit bigger right there. That might be too big, but we'll see. And then we're gonna try to connect those two by just following the natural curve of our circle and then meeting it up with the other curve of this circle. Does that make sense? So we'll kind of go like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing up here, but we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a curve. You can make it straight if you want. If you want to straighten it out, you can do that. And then up here, we're gonna do the opposite and do a curve this way, up on the top. Kind of do an arc. So we're gonna go off the curve of this circle and meet up with that circle. That's why we're drawing those circles, because we want to be able to meet up with it. Now I made that a little, I drew too many lines, so I'm gonna go and clean up and just stick with the last line that I drew. Like that. And then I'm just gonna draw a line down here, maybe about halfway, so we can cut this in half and just meet it right there at this circle, at the edge of this circle where we met up with our arc. We're gonna draw another little circle right here now that we have this where we want it. Let's draw another circle, a little circle right here, about that far away. And then I'm just gonna do a little line right here, a little curve again, from the top of this circle, the middle of this circle, to the middle of this circle. You can tell if you put a line through, you can see it cuts through it. You don't have to draw that line, but just so you know where it's at. And then right up here, I'm gonna keep this circle right here, and I'm not gonna do the exact same thing. What I might do is just cut it in right here and go straight, and kind of go straight back here, right to where I meet up with that circle. And then I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna finish off that circle right there. Just have it meet up with our circle that we had before. Okay, so all the pieces are coming together. Now we need to make the mouth here on the end, which is just as easy as just doing a little line right up here, maybe like right up here, and then doing another line down here. Does that make sense? So it's kind of a curved triangle. And then we'll make sure to finish that off right there. And then if you want to add the nostril for the nose, you can do that so you can see where that's gonna be. And maybe we'll add the eye over here too so we know where that's going to be. Let's draw a big circle right here for the eyeball. And then we'll draw a big pupil in the middle to make this a very cute unicorn. All right, and now let's add maybe let's do the ears here. And we're gonna have quite a leg up when we do when we actually draw just a horse for one of our videos. You're gonna know how to do it because you already learned all these little body parts and how to draw them. All right, now for the legs. This is the part most people fear the most, is going to the legs, but it's not very scary. It'll be easier once we learn how to do this. And we'll take a few little shortcuts so that it's a little bit easier as well. So let's start with the back legs, the big back legs. So let's do an arc. We're going to follow the circle, this curve, and just bring it back right here. And then we're just going to do another line kind of forward right here, like that. And then we're going to go draw a line across there. And then we're going to go back to kind of mimic the same shape here, go be parallel, which is like the same distance apart. Do a line right there. Or you can have it flare out a little bit if you want. You can make it however you like it. And then we'll take the back side of our unicorn and we'll do a line right here. And you can even curve it back if you want and make it curved. You could do that, or you can make a straight line and just connect it all. But it just has to have that one extra little bend there to make it look like a horse leg. If you watch the bison episode that we did, you'll notice we did this very same thing on the back leg. All right, so we got that leg in the back. Maybe we'll draw the other leg kind of hiding on the other side of the horse. We'll have it coming out like this. Let's draw a little curved line right here to kind of mimic this line, or to copy that line. And then we're going to go do an angle a little bit different than this, and we're going to have it kind of going up, like it's kind of stamping its feet. Going to go out a little bit, and then we're going to go down. And we'll come back across for the bottom. These are the hooves, so I'll draw the little line right there so you can see. We got the hooves right here. And then you can make these angled, you can do lots of different things with legs. Maybe you just want to make your legs really rounded and curved. That's cool too. You can definitely do that. And we'll bring that leg back to kind of copy this line. And then just to make it easier on ourselves, let's just go straight up. So now we'll go in here and we're going to go right from this point where all these little lines collide here on this circle. We're just going to draw a little line right here going down. And then we're going to draw another line going a little bit angled out, and we'll bring it back this way for the hoof. Now I'm trying to figure out what it is. Okay, so we'll draw another line back here, and we'll just start following that line out until right here. This is where we're just going to draw another little curve to meet up with our circle. That's why we drew all these circles, because now we have something to relate it back to. Now that arm looks a little short, so what I might do is even make that a little bit longer, maybe. Bring that hoof down a little bit. And then I'll just erase, maybe I'll just go back and erase it a little bit and then finish that up. All right, let's meet that point again. And this time we're going to go up this is going to be the leg in the back. We're going to go up. We're going to have it go out a little bit. Do another line going out. And then we're going to have a little hoof going down a little bit. And bring it up like that. And again, I might be going fast, so you can pause and catch up if you need. Go back here. And then I'm going to kind of go like that. And then I'll draw my lines to show where the hoof is. And I'm going to have to erase a whole lot of lines, but let's draw first the tail. I'm going to have the tail kind of stick up a little bit like this. Now you can go crazy and have a whole lot of fun with the tail. There's no right or wrong way to draw this, that's for sure. Any part of this, it's just always if you want to make it look like the specific animal that you're drawing, you just have to get the main characteristics. Then you can have fun with everything else, especially the color like we do all the time. So maybe I'll add like some lines there to make it look like a little thing of toothpaste. I mean a tail, it kind of does look like toothpaste. And then we'll go ahead and add the mane here, which is that hair that comes off the back. And I'm going to do something maybe like this. Almost looks like little, I don't even know what this looks like. Maybe it looks like a little flames almost. Maybe it's going to be flames instead of hair. All right, so we drew a horse, but now we need to make it a unicorn. And it's as easy as just adding a little triangle right here in the front. We'll go like this, come back, come back, come back, come back. And it's got a horn. Maybe that's too big of a horn. Is that too big of a horn? I don't know how big I don't know how big a unicorn horn really is. But I do know that the unicorn horn is supposed to be magical. I think it's the one that does the healing. And they absorb their energy through the horn is what I heard. Maybe this needs to be a little bit bigger. I don't know. I think I'm pretty good. Now I just need to do a little bit of erasing to find out where I'm at. Usually that helps me kind of get my my bearings, figure out where I'm at in my illustration. So I'm going to erase a little bit here. So normally I don't erase with you guys, but I'm going to erase with you guys today because I want you to know where I'm stopping. So I'm going to keep this line right up here just to about there. So I'll erase all the rest of that, and then I'm going to erase this part of the leg on the inside. I don't need any of that stuff on the inside. Okay, so now we're going to do this part we can erase. We don't need that part of the circle, and we don't need this line because this is the leg that's in the front of our view here. So we'll just put those lines back, and I'll get rid of that. We don't have to have this line connect all the way, just a little bit, just so we get the idea that that's where it connects with the shoulder. There we go. And then let's erase some of these lines in here on the inside that we don't need. Now I'll keep that little line right there, just to stop the circle right about there. That's totally fine. Just because it shows that it has its jaw right underneath there. That's what we drew there. And then we'll do, maybe erase this circle on the inside here. We don't need the rest of those lines. I think I'm going to do, let's see. I might just let me add like a star here. Do a little star right here. And then maybe I'll do like a moon shape. It's starting to look like it's got Lucky Charms stuck to it. Should I do a balloon? No, just kidding. And then we'll do maybe like a little spot here for another little spot. Maybe one more spot up here. Cool. Yeah, so maybe you want these things to match whatever the theme is you got going on for your unicorn. So if this is like fire in the main here, then maybe you have like a flame over here. Or maybe this is like the color, maybe these are all blues, and this kind of like a winter or an icy theme, and this is some snowflakes or something fun like that. That could be really cool. But all right, so now that we have everything, I think I'm ready to now use my marker and start filling in my lines. All right, so I'm going to start with my bigger shapes first. So I'm going to start with maybe this one right here. Draw a line to there. I'm going to stop it. And then I'm going to go down to the leg. Let's keep on going. Out of here. Did you know that baby unicorns, they say they're called sparkles? I think it's got to be the cutest little name for a baby animal. It was a little sparkle. I do that belly right here. Perfect. These back legs. How did your legs turn out on your unicorn? Was it kind of hard? If it was, that's totally normal. These kind of legs are really hard to get right. It's hard to make them look like actual horse's legs. So don't be discouraged. Just you can try again if you need to, or just be happy with what you made. Because sometimes I feel like it's okay just to be happy with what you made. It makes it your version of a unicorn, which is what I'm really curious to see. It's fun following along and learning how to draw something like a horse or a unicorn like this. But it's even more fun to take what you learned and then go crazy with that. So then you can add more stuff. Like maybe I want to add, like I said, maybe you want to make this like a fire theme. And so you change some elements here on your unicorn that make it fit that. That would be really cool. Or maybe you don't even want it jumping up. Maybe you want it just standing there. Maybe you want to hide the legs here in some tall grass. That's one trick I use for drawing horses. I'll just draw a bunch of tall grass so you never actually see their legs, so I don't have to draw them. But that's kind of cheating. Cheating in the fact that if that's my only way I would draw them because I didn't want to learn how to draw them, then I guess that's cheating. Or it's really smart if I needed to save time. There we go. Or it's standing in water. That's another trick. Say it's a water unicorn. Speaking of water unicorns, it's like there are animals that we have that do have single horns. Like we do have, I think, a rhinoceros. They might have more, but they have one big one at least. And then you also have things like the narwhal, which is a whale that has one single long horn on it. Maybe we'll draw one of those. Those are pretty cool. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, there's actually a few animals out there that have a single horn. That's what uni means, is one. So unicorn means one horn. All right, so we're gonna go up here. Do I want to connect that? I haven't tried that yet. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna erase this little line before I fill it in because I don't want to do that. I want to just do this. There we go. I don't want to have that line there. So then I'm gonna go here. Stop. I'm gonna go up for my mouth and do this little part right there. And then I'll go like this. There we go. So we're seeing all the different parts of a horse's face is kind of hard to draw sometimes because they have like a bigger area on the front and their mouth is way up here. So it can be kind of difficult to draw. But that's kind of the way I draw. I try to do the circle method with all of my horses. All right, speaking of circles, we got to draw the eyeball. A big, friendly eyeball right here. And then I'm going to start, maybe you don't want to fill yours in black because you want to do a different color. That's totally fine. I'm going to do mine with a big black pupil in the center of the eye here. There we go. And then I'm going to go and do that horn at the front. So apparently that's where they get they absorb energy, is through the horn. Right there. Maybe you add a little sparkle right there. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, I didn't put the other hoof there. And then maybe the nostril, we'll draw that on there. Okay, and now I want to draw the mane. Draw that on there. Two more. My last one right here. Okay, now I'm going to draw the lines here within the tail. Right here. And then we'll add the little details, or we call them decals on cars. Little details on the back side of your car or your unicorn. And then we're going to add those right here. So I'm going to do the star. I'm going to draw the moon. I'm going to draw some other circles for some spots. All right, so we're finished with our outlining. Now all we need to do is go ahead and erase all of the undersketch so that we can start coloring. And this is the part where you can really have fun. So don't be shy with your colors. Maybe come up with a theme or something fun. Maybe I'm curious to see how yours turns out. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing mine. I'm going to be thinking also of a name for my unicorn, and then we'll catch up right after the coloring. All right, there's our unicorn all colored in. I think I'm gonna call my unicorn Crystal. I think that's a fitting name, and it's the name of my wife. So, did you already figure out a name for yours? Awesome. Well, I hope you loved how yours turned out. And if you did, make sure that you always sign your name on your work. When you're proud of something, you put your name by it and tell everybody who made it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my name right here, or my initials, right here in the bottom right. Well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun drawing your unicorn today. I am so excited to see what yours turns out like. So make sure that you post them on Instagram. Have your parents post them on Instagram and just tag us at Brave Kids Art Club, or use the hashtag Brave Kids Art Club so that I get a chance to see it and so everybody else does. And if you have any animal requests, other future animal requests, have your parents submit those to us so we can add those to our list of videos so we can do things just like we did today. So thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and remember, be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be you. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time.